Day 2025 isn't just another year, it's your opportunity. An opportunity to pivot, to shift, and to create the version of yourself you've only dared to imagine. But here's the truth. Change doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. It's not about what the world gives you, it's about what you're willing to demand of yourself. So today I'm sharing 10 rules, not just ideas, not just concepts, but practical, non-negotiable rules that if you follow, will transform your life in 2025. The first rule is start before you're ready. The greatest lie we tell ourselves is that we need to be ready before we begin. We wait for the stars to align, for the right circumstances to magically appear, or for a feeling of confidence to take over before we act. But here's the truth. Readiness is a myth, a convenient excuse we use to delay stepping into the unknown. The reality is, you'll never feel entirely ready to chase a dream, take a risk, or embrace the life you deserve. Growth, transformation, and progress aren't waiting for the perfect moment. They're waiting for you to start. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back because you were waiting to feel ready? That moment of readiness never came, did it? That's because readiness isn't a state of being, it's a decision. You decide to move forward even when it feels uncomfortable. You decide to take the first step even when your hands are shaking. You decide to act even when doubt whispers in your ear. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. The confidence you're waiting for doesn't come before you act, it comes because you act. Consider any meaningful accomplishment in your life. Was there ever a moment where you felt completely prepared, fully equipped, and utterly certain about the outcome? Probably not. You learned as you went. You figured things out along the way. Starting before you're ready forces you to rely on resilience, creativity, and adaptability, qualities that are only developed when you're in motion. Here's the irony. The longer you wait to feel ready, the further you push yourself from the very readiness you're seeking. Starting, even when it feels messy or uncertain, puts you in the game. It allows you to make mistakes, learn from them, and grow stronger. It's in the doing that clarity emerges. The path doesn't become clear before you take the first step. It becomes clear. Life rewards action, not intention. You can dream, plan, and prepare endlessly, but none of it matters if you don't act. Waiting to feel ready is a slow surrender to fear and doubt. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, start before you're ready, and trust that you'll figure it out as you go, because you will. And when you look back, you'll realize that readiness was never the goal, progress was. The second rule is create a morning routine that forces discipline. How you begin your day shapes everything that follows. The first hour after you wake up is a window of incredible power, yet most people waste it scrolling through their phones, reacting to messages, or rushing through their morning without intention. This is not just about waking up early, it's about taking control of your mindset and setting the tone for the day ahead. Your morning routine is more than just a habit, it's a discipline. Your morning routine it's the foundation on which your focus, energy, and productivity are built. And if you can master your morning, you can master your life. Discipline doesn't come naturally, it's cultivated. A strong morning routine isn't designed to be convenient or comfortable. It's meant to challenge you. It forces you to prioritize what truly matters before the chaos of the day takes over. It might mean waking up earlier than you'd like, but those quiet hours are when clarity is born. It's when you can think, reflect, and prepare yourself mentally and physically for what's ahead. Incorporate activities into your routine that align with the person you want to become. Maybe it's journaling to gain clarity on your goals, exercising to strengthen your body, meditating to calm your mind, or reading to feed your intellect. These practices might feel small in isolation, but their consistency compounds into massive results. A routine creates structure, and structure creates discipline. Discipline isn't about feeling motivated every day. It's about showing up regardless of how you feel. When you own your morning, you're not just preparing for the day, you're reclaiming control over your life. You're sending a message to yourself that your growth, health, and priorities come first. You're no longer at the mercy of distractions or reactive behaviors. Instead, you're taking deliberate action to ensure that you start the day with intention and purpose. Most people spend their mornings in a rush, and that chaos bleeds into everything they do. But when you invest in a disciplined routine, you operate differently. You carry a sense of calm, focus, and preparedness throughout the day. The most successful people in the world don't stumble into their mornings, they design them. And by doing so, they design their lives. The question isn't whether you have time for a morning routine. The real question is whether you're disciplined enough to make it a priority. The third rule is audit your circle. The people you surround yourself with determine the direction of your life more than you might realize. They influence your thoughts, habits, and even your standards. If you want to change your life, you need to start by auditing your circle. This isn't about cutting people off recklessly. It's about being intentional about who you allow into your inner world. Your circle should reflect the person you aspire to be, not the person you're trying to outgrow. Take a moment to evaluate the people closest to you. Are they pushing you forward or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging your growth or are they keeping you in the same place? Energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by negativity, complacency, or people who settle for mediocrity, it will seep into your life. You will start thinking smaller, dreaming less, and accepting what's less than you deserve. But when you're surrounded by individuals who inspire, challenge, and uplift you, you naturally begin to rise to their level. This is why auditing your circle isn't just important, it's necessary. Look for people who align with your values and your vision. These are the individuals who push you to think bigger, work harder, and become better. They're the ones who challenge your excuses and remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself. And remember, quality is far more important than quantity. A small circle of genuine growth-oriented people is infinitely more valuable than a large network of superficial connections. Auditing your circle also means identifying relationships that drain your energy or keep you stagnant. It's not about judgment or blame. It's about recognizing what's no longer serving your journey. Some people may have been right for a previous chapter of your life, but are no longer aligned with where you're going. It's okay to outgrow relationships. In fact, it's necessary if you're serious about evolving. This process is not easy. It requires honesty, reflection, and sometimes difficult conversations. But the alternative, staying stuck because you're afraid to let go, is far worse. Surround yourself with people who make you better, who inspire you to aim higher, and who remind you of the greatness you carry within. Your circle can either become your biggest limitation or your greatest advantage. Choose wisely because your future depends on it. The fourth rule is to make the pain of growth. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you're serious about changing your life, you must be willing to embrace discomfort, pain, and challenges as necessary parts of the process. Too often, people shy away from the very experiences that have the potential to transform them. They avoid failure, fear rejection, and resist change because it feels uncomfortable. But here's the truth. The pain of growth is not a punishment. It's a sign that you're stretching beyond your limits. It's proof that you're leaving behind the familiar to step into a greater version of yourself. Growth is growth. Growth demands sacrifice. It requires you to let go of old habits, beliefs, and routines that no longer serve you. And that's not easy. It's uncomfortable to face your flaws, to admit where you've been wrong, and to put in the work to improve. But this discomfort is where transformation happens. It's in the moments when you feel like giving up, yet choose to push forward, that you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Pain isn't something to fear, it's something to use. Pain can be your greatest teacher if you allow it to be. It reveals what needs to change and forces you to confront what's holding you back. Every failure, every setback, and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. The question isn't whether you'll face pain, it's whether you'll let it defeat you or shape you. When you embrace the pain of growth, you take ownership of your journey. You stop blaming circumstances or other people for where you are, and you start taking responsibility for where you want to go. This mindset shift is powerful. It allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to your goals. The truth is, anything worth having in life requires effort, and effort often comes with struggle. Whether it's building a career, improving your health, or nurturing meaningful relationships, growth will demand something of you, but the rewards far outweigh the discomfort. The person you become in the process, the strength, wisdom, and confidence you gain is worth every challenge you endure. Stop avoiding the pain, lean into it, let it refine you, shape you, and propel you forward. The discomfort you feel today is the price of the transformation you'll celebrate tomorrow. Growth hurts, but staying the same hurts more. Choose your pain wisely. The fifth rule is, in a world full of endless demands and distractions, mastering the power of saying no is one of the most transformative skills you can develop. For many people, saying no feels uncomfortable. We worry about disappointing others, missing opportunities, or coming across as selfish. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that does. Your time, energy, and focus are limited. To create the life you want, you must protect them fiercely. Saying no is not about being rude or dismissive, it's about being intentional. It's about understanding your priorities and refusing to let unnecessary distractions pull you away from them. When you say no to things that don't serve your purpose, you make room for the things that do. You gain clarity, reduce overwhelm, and create space to focus on what truly matters. The challenge is that no often feels like rejection, not just to others, but to ourselves. We're conditioned to believe that more is better, that being busy equals being successful, and that agreeing to everything will lead to more opportunities. But the opposite is true. Overcommitting spreads you thin and dilutes your effectiveness. True power comes from knowing when to say yes and when to say no. Think of no as a tool for setting boundaries. It's not a rejection of people or opportunities. It's a commitment to your values, goals, and well-being. Every no you speak is a yes to something more meaningful. It's a way of prioritizing quality over quantity, focus over chaos, and purpose over pressure. Saying no also requires courage. It means being okay with discomfort, yours and others. It means accepting that not everyone will understand your choices, and that's fine. Your life is yours to live, not to be dictated by others' expectations. The ability to say no is a declaration of self-respect. It's a statement that your time and energy are valuable and not to be wasted on things that don't align with your vision. The key is to say no with grace. Be firm but kind. Honor your commitments, but don't sacrifice your future for temporary approval. Every no you say builds the life you're striving for, one decision at a time. Master this and you'll discover a freedom and focus that can truly change your life. The sixth rule is commit to one habit for 90 days. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, neither do meaningful changes in your life. The secret to achieving extraordinary results lies in consistency, not complexity. Committing to one habit for 90 days may sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful strategies for creating lasting change. It's not about how many things you can improve at once. It's about focusing your energy on one transformative action that has the potential to ripple across all areas of your life. Habits are the building blocks of success. They shape who you are and determine what you achieve. But change is often overwhelming because people try to do too much at once. They set big goals, tackle multiple habits, and burn out within weeks. This is where the 90-day rule becomes a game changer. By committing to just one habit for 3 months, you eliminate distractions, simplify your focus, and give yourself the space to make that habit a part of your identity. The magic of the 90-day commitment lies in its simplicity and discipline. Whether it's exercising daily, reading for 30 minutes, journaling every morning, or practicing gratitude, the key is to choose one habit that aligns with your bigger goals. This isn't just about completing a task, it's about proving to yourself that you can show up consistently. Each day you stick to the habit, you're building trust in yourself. That trust becomes the foundation for bigger changes. The first few weeks are often the hardest. You'll face resistance, distractions, and moments when you want to quit. But this is where growth happens. Pushing through discomfort and staying consistent builds resilience and rewires your brain. By the time you hit the 90-day mark, the habit is no longer something you force yourself to do, it's part of who you are. Committing to one habit for 90 days also teaches you patience. In a world that glorifies instant results, this process reminds you that real progress takes time. It's not about quick wins, it's about sustainable change. And the best part, once you've mastered one habit, you gain momentum to take on the next. Your life is a reflection of your daily habits. If you want to change your life, start by changing what you do consistently. One habit, 90 days, unwavering commitment. It's not just a practice, it's a promise to yourself that you are capable of becoming better every single day. The seventh rule is stop being the victim of your excuses. Excuses are the stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction, mediocrity, and staying within the comfort of what feels safe. They are the silent thieves of dreams, subtly convincing you that tomorrow is a better day to begin, that circumstances are holding you back, or that you simply aren't ready. The truth is, as long as you cling to excuses, you remain a victim, not of your circumstances, but of your mindset. To change your life, you must take ownership of it, and that begins with rejecting the lies that excuses offer. Excuses often feel valid because they protect you from discomfort. I don't have enough time. I'm too tired. I'm not skilled enough. These thoughts might seem rational, but they are walls you build to avoid facing fear, failure, or uncertainty. They offer temporary relief, but rob you of the chance to grow and achieve what you truly want. The first step in breaking free is recognizing that excuses are choices, not realities. You always have a choice to rise above them. Life is unpredictable and challenges will come, but blaming circumstances, other people, or your past will never move you forward. Playing the victim keeps you stuck as it gives power to everything outside of you. When you take responsibility for your actions, choices, and mindset, you reclaim control over your life. Responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. It means acknowledging your ability to respond and act despite challenges. Every time you let an excuse dictate your actions, you reinforce a cycle of limitation. But every time you choose to act in spite of excuses, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the obstacles in your path. It's not about being perfect or fearless. It's about being willing to try, fail, and try again. Growth happens when you step outside the narrative of, I can't. To stop being a victim of your excuses, you must commit to brutal honesty with yourself. Recognize the excuses you're making, challenge them, and replace them with empowering actions. Yes, the path forward might be hard, but nothing worth having comes easy. Your excuses will always be there, offering an easy way out, but so will your potential, waiting for you to take the harder, more rewarding road. The choice is yours. Your future depends on the decisions you make today. Don't let excuses be the ones making them for you. The eighth rule is invest in your mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you achieve in life. It dictates how you see the world, how you respond to challenges, and how far you're willing to push yourself. While talent, resources, and opportunities play a role in success, nothing is more powerful than a strong, resilient mindset. Investing in your mindset isn't just a motivational phrase. It's the most critical and impactful decision you can make if you want to transform your life. Your mindset determines your reality. A fixed mindset, one that believes abilities are static and failure is final, creates a world of limitations. But a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed and failure is a stepping stone, opens the door to endless possibilities. Investing in your mindset means shifting how you think about challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. It's about reframing obstacles as lessons and believing that your potential is limitless. When you're willing to learn and adapt, this investment requires intentionality. Just like you would train a muscle to grow stronger, you must actively train your mind. Reading books, listening to impactful talks, and surrounding yourself with people who challenge and inspire you are all ways to elevate your thinking. Reflecting on your thoughts, practicing gratitude, and feeding your mind with positivity are daily actions that compound over time. These aren't just habits, They're investments in the person you're becoming. One of the greatest returns on investing in your mindset is resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable, but with the right mindset, you don't crumble under pressure. You adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. You stop seeing failure as an end and start seeing it as a beginning. This shift is what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. Another critical aspect is self-belief. When you invest in your mindset, you develop confidence, not arrogance, but a deep trust in your ability to figure things out. This belief fuels persistence and propels you forward even when circumstances seem impossible. It's easy to spend time, money, and energy on external things, but the real transformation begins when you prioritize the internal. Everything you want to achieve starts with how you think. Investing in your mindset doesn't just change your perspective, it changes your life. This is not an expense, it's the most valuable investment you'll ever make, one that pays dividends in every area of your life. The ninth rule is track your progress, not perfection. In the pursuit of change, perfection can often become the enemy of progress. We set lofty goals, envision flawless execution, and expect nothing less than perfection from ourselves. But when reality falls short of these expectations, frustration and self-doubt creep in, tempting us to abandon the journey altogether. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. Progress, however, is real and measurable. When you learn to track your progress instead of chasing perfection, you unlock the secret to sustained growth and long-term success. Progress is about movement, no matter how small. It's about taking one step forward, even if you stumble along the way. Focusing on progress means shifting your mindset from, I must get everything right, to, I am getting better every day. This perspective is liberating because it allows you to celebrate small victories rather than obsess over the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. Growth is not linear, it's messy, filled with ups and downs. Tracking progress helps you stay grounded in reality and gives you the motivation to keep going. The act of tracking progress isn't complicated, but it requires intentionality. Whether it's journaling your daily wins, using an app to monitor habits, or reflecting weekly on what you've achieved, keeping track of your efforts builds awareness. It allows you to see patterns, understand what's working, and adjust what isn't. More importantly, it provides proof of your effort, a tangible reminder that you're moving forward, even if the results aren't immediate. When you focus on perfection, you're often paralyzed by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. This fear can keep you from starting or make you quit the moment things don't go as planned. Progress, on the other hand, thrives on imperfection. It embraces failure as part of the process and treats setbacks as valuable lessons. The goal isn't to avoid mistakes, it's to learn and grow from them. Tracking progress shifts your focus from outcomes to effort. It's not about how far you still have to go, it's about how far you've already come. This shift cultivates resilience and keeps you motivated. Life isn't a race to perfection, it's a journey of continuous improvement. By measuring progress, you remind yourself that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. The 10th rule is believe in what's possible. Belief is the spark that ignites change. It is the invisible force that shapes your actions, decisions, and ultimately your reality. Without belief, even the clearest goals and the most detailed plans will falter. To change your life, you must first believe in what's possible, not just in the abstract sense of possibility, but in the tangible potential that exists within you to create the future you desire. Belief isn't just optimism, it's a conviction. It's the voice inside you that says, I can do this, even when doubt and fear try to convince you otherwise. This belief doesn't eliminate challenges or guarantee smooth sailing, but it gives you the courage to face uncertainty and the resilience to keep going when the journey gets tough. It shifts your mindset from why bother to why not me, and opens doors you never thought were within reach. To believe in what's possible, you must first confront the limiting beliefs that have held you back. These are the stories you tell yourself about why you can't, why you're not ready, or why others are more deserving. These beliefs are not truths, they are barriers constructed by fear, failure, or the opinions of others. The moment you recognize them as false, you take the first step toward breaking free from their grip. Belief also requires action. You don't simply wait for confidence to appear, you build it through consistent effort. Each small victory reinforces your belief, creating a cycle of growth and momentum. When you take action, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that change is not only possible, but also within your control. This is how belief transforms from an idea into a living, breathing force in your life. The most powerful aspect of belief is its ability to expand your vision. When you believe in what's possible, you stop settling for less, you stop shrinking your dreams to fit the confines of your current circumstances. Instead, you begin to dream bigger, aim higher, and push further. This belief attracts opportunities, aligns you with the right people, and gives you the perseverance to overcome obstacles. Belief is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Without it, change remains a distant hope. But with it, the impossible becomes achievable. When you believe in what's possible, you give yourself permission to grow, evolve, and become the person you were always meant to be. Everything begins with belief, and it's belief that will take you to places you've only imagined. As we conclude, let's reflect on the power of intentional change. These 10 rules are not just ideas, but actionable steps to reshape your life in 2025. So starting before you're ready, creating discipline, auditing your circle, embracing growth, mastering no, committing to habits, overcoming excuses, investing in your mindset, tracking progress, and believing in possibilities. Each of these is a cornerstone of transformation. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency and courage, you can create a life that reflects your true potential. These rules are a guide, but the power lies in your hands to take the first step, no matter how small. Thank you for taking the time to invest in your growth and for listening with an open heart. The future is yours to shape, so go out and make 2025 the year you rewrite your story. Stay inspired, stay focused, and never stop believing.